been a little while, so what I thought I would do for this one, try and keep this one under 30 minutes with any luck. Just seem to get a bit carried away with these. So recently I bought the Napoleonic British, it's actually the infantry command set, because I was short of command set figures. So I found this one after seeing it on the Plastic Soldier review, and found it on eBay where they were just selling it for a standard price rather than you bidding for it. So I thought that was quite a novelty. And this is what you get in here, and so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures. One of them's mounted, the rest are just holding hands. They're not really. One is a sapper figure, a drummer, and the ensign, etc. And you also get a choice of hats, which I'm going to just show you now. I'll open it up. Let me just pause temporarily. You get 4 of these. So basically you can do 4. You can do 4 battalions with these. There's some backpacks for a couple of figures there. The drums in 2 pieces, which is a little bit fiddly. And you've got the choice of headgear across the bottom, so you can get quite a selection. The only problem I found with this one is the sapper is a pain in the butt, because basically he's the one guy. Where is he? Here he is. He's the guy who comes with a beard, so you have to put a hat on top of him, and they don't fit that well, which is a real shame. I don't like the this bearskin one either, to be honest. So I shied away from that. I'm not too keen on the guy in the forage cap, because they wouldn't be wearing the forage cap when they're in the command unit anyway, so that also could be a bit of a waste. That's the hat I went for my sappers. So yeah, as I say, you get 4 of these. They're not fantastic figures, but they are just about well enough detailed. And the good thing is you get the flagpole there, so when you're doing your flags from napflags.com, which I printed off this week, they'll fit on those. So once I've done those, I will show you. So let me just put that to the side for the moment. And I broke out 2 sets, because what I want to do is my 1st Regiment of Foot Guards and a command unit for the 28th North Gloucesters as well. So I thought I'd get those done first, which frees up some figures, because I'll be replacing probably 6 figures in the existing unit, I'd have thought. Although I already have a drummer, so I might not put the drummer in now. I might put him in one of them. We'll see. We'll see. At least I get to the options now. So obviously they're not finished, but I have started on them. Done one with white trousers, one with grey there for the officers. Just taking you through. I was going to paint him green or possibly black for King's German Legion guys, so we shall see what I do with that bloke. That's the drummer in the white, by the way. I should point out. Let me just turn these round. I do like these guys. So there you go. Quite nice to paint. So if you do, yes, this is the other point. The swords on these guys are pretty poor, so I was going to cut that off and just make a sword from a bit of plastic or matchstick, because that really is very poor, the length that's all, which is a real shame because it spoils a nice figure really. So that's what I shall have to do with those. So watch this space on that one. So there you have it, guys. I also started on the French foot artillery, so I'm moving on with those, and also I got some test figures out to do the 95th, and I put a light shade of green on first, then a wash of darker green, and then a wash of black, but I'm not happy with the result of those, so I've started another one, and I'm going to try this green instead on there, and then just darken it up with black. I think that'll make a better job. So it's all trial and error, isn't it? What else have I got around the back? Oh, a few guys up here. So he's nearly done, the Highland Devil in Skirt Piper. And moving on to those, and if you just look over here, it's all kicking off down there, back revision. Oh yes, so I'm just about to flock these lot, and I've got some of these in flock as well, so I shall just show you those. It's the first completed Devils in Skirts company, and I decided that guns really had to be surrounded by a bit of mud rather than just completely flocked, so they just need a bit of touching up on the fronts, I think, but they're essentially done. It's one of those things where you just sit staring at the same figures on your bench. So when my last one I said I was going to clear the decks, this is what I'm doing. Well, here we have the 4 batteries of the British foot artillery. Nice to finally get them finished. So that is that lot. If I just move these back. I also completed the Prince August Cheval aux Lancers, or whatever they are, Cheval aux Légers. So I'm quite happy with the grey horses on these. So these are a Prince August set, particularly wonderful moulds, but together they look quite nice. If I just zoom out, oops, zoom in, how far can we go in? Let's have a look. Now of course if I'd thought about this, I'd have had all the lances going in one direction, but to be honest it was so damned fiddly putting them on in the first place that I dare say as they drop off when they've had a bit of moving around, then I'll line them up, but I'm not going to break them off just to put them back on again. So it's the only drawback I think with how I did these. And I did them in a couple of batches as well, which probably didn't help, but there you go. So that's that lot. All in all, I'm quite happy with them, and of course it's yet another completed unit. So that's that lot. Let me just pause while I bring up the final group. Are the Uhlans that I have to say I really enjoyed painting these, and I did them quite quickly for me as well. it's been pointed out that the lances aren't very long, but what the hell. I think these have come out rather nice. Very colourful, good poses. So quite pleased with those. If I just move them back here, so we can get an all-roundy look. And bear in mind that, as always, these are 25mm. Just show you that. Quite pleased I managed to get the moustaches quite well done on these as well. Which, of course, if they're done properly like that, it does make a difference to the effect. So very chuffed with these actually, and nice figures to paint as well. Let's just have a look at the grey horse. Here we are. So I think, well, I'm still learning about painting, but I think these have come out jolly nice. What I've started doing now is, of course, painting pink noses on all the horses, which I didn't used to do. So you might notice that as well. So there you have it. Okay. And as I said earlier, I wasn't happy with the swords on these guys, so I have cunningly crafted these. And they look a lot better. So that's basically a conversion job, isn't it, lads? There you go. See you later.